MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, we bring you Diamond Dynasty action between the All-Stars and the Red-Headed Strangers. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. And the next to bat will be Tim Anderson. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Tim Anderson.
First pitch on the way. Too much dip on the sinker. It off for a ball.
1 o'clock.
The 1-0 is in there for strike one. And a great day for baseball here. 81 degrees at first pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
2 strikes the count.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
Fouled away. Here he comes again, 1-2.
2 balls.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
Another full count pitch home. And another foul ball. The next 3-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Turner's under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now
Second.
one down with the bases empty, and that brings forward Ronald Acuna Jr. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. In there for strike one. Into the corner and slicing foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2. Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that's off the scoreboard. What a blast!
Batting fourth, the shortstop, Trevor
And
Story.
that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. And it's fouled away. Lee's ready. Here it is on 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. He's got it. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. And now here is Jackie Robinson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Red-Headed Strangers, the second baseman,
Now the
Jackie
pitch.
Robinson.
1-0.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
The 1-1. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here. And he fouls this one off.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Ball 1.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
Fouled off. Robinson aboard here at first with nobody out. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1.
Batting third, the catcher,
Kyle Schwarber is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
With that base-running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
Working for the punch-out and the offering. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Here comes the 1-2. Locks him up for strike 3. Runner at first with 2 gone. And standing in now, one of the best players of the past 2 decades, the great Chipper Jones. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. A ball and a strike now. The 1-1. Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. Standing in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
Count is 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Second inning set to go, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Jason Dominguez. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. On to first, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. So bases are empty with 1 out now, and that'll bring up the former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. That one catches the edge of the zone, called a strike. And here's a foul ball just off to the right as they get ahead of him here, 0-2. Fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge.
I got the count 1-2.
The 1-2. It's swung on and missed, strike 3. So the bases are empty here with two
Batting
gone,
seven.
and in
The
steps
first
Adam
baseman,
Dunn.
number 44.
Here's the
Adam
first pitch.
Dunn.
Swing and a miss. That one tied him up.
0-1's the count.
That's the heavy sinker right there. He has the ability to get ground balls when he needs them, potential double play situations, or to get that jam job with no one on base, that tapper right back to the pitcher.
And it's the pitcher that makes the play to retire the side. Last half of the second set to go, and in to swing the bat
for
next
Rancho
is Wander
Cucamonga.
Franco.
The shortstop.
Now the fastball
Whoa.
is swung on and missed. Kopech
Franco.
has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons
Batting
is he
seven.
changes
The
speeds
center
really well,
fielder.
and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the
Turner.
barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
Reined in. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Batting 8. The left fielder, Mike Trout.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout, as he'll go after the
0-1's
first
the
pitch to
count.
him and comes up empty. It's strike one. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard
Nope.
to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Turner, base runner at first
Ball.
with one out. And he lays off it to
2-2,
even
yeah.
the count 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute
Batting
either.
9.
Got him to miss the
The
breaking
pitcher.
ball there. Mike
Lee.
Trout becomes out number 2 this
Lee.
inning. And he may have thought something was on here as he stepped off to look back to first. He's ready now, the pitch, as he
Hey.
looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Top of the third set to get underway, and that'll
Leading
bring
off
up Gary
for New York,
Sanchez.
The catcher,
And now the first
Gary
pitch.
Sanchez.
And it's fouled away. 0-1, here's the pitch.
Ball, that's in.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Here's another 1-2.
Inside, ball.
And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
Batting 9. The
Wheels
pitcher,
and deals. Here's the first
Michael
pitch.
Kopech.
Michael Kopech stands in as he
0-1.
swings and misses for strike 1. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Heading out towards shallow right. Acuna's there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Two
Now
down,
batting,
no one on
second
base.
baseman,
And up next,
Tim
it'll be Tim Anderson. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. Lee looks in. 0-2 on its way. Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here.
The center fielder, number 13, Ronald
Acuna digs in now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Turner's under it. And that retires the side. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll
Leading
bring
off
up
for the
Jackie
Red-Headed
Robinson.
Strangers,
First
the
delivery
second
to him.
baseman, Jackie.
Out in front there as this one's
Robinson.
pulled off to the left side. Robinson is really a rare talent in this sport, a true five-tool player, as they say,
Oh,
which
that's
means he can
outside.
make an impact in a game at any time. Really a joy to watch, not someone you want to take your eye off of.
Yeah, this guy's worth the price of a ticket. Just to watch his tool set, but not only that, the way he grinds at the plate, the way he battles defensively, this guy is one of the true superstars in our game.
To 1-2 now. Still a ball and 2 strikes. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
The right
Next,
fielder,
it'll be
number 13,
Ronald Acuna. 0 for
Ronald
1 for him here in
Acuna
this one.
Junior.
Now the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Judge is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out. At the plate now
batting,
is
catcher,
Kyle Schwarber. First time
Kyle
up, he went down looking.
Yeah, always
Schwarber.
frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hold hard, but it's foul down the first base side.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. Stepping in now, Chipper Jones.
Now batting, third baseman.
As he
Ball, that's
looks at a
Chipper
fastball that misses off the plate for ball
Jones.
one. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. So some two-out success, and the bottom of the third frame will continue.
Now batting.
To the plate now,
The first
Vladimir
baseman.
Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike
Jr.
one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Acuna's there for it. And he makes the catch to retire the side. Into the box, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Leading off
And he
for the
blasted a
All-Stars.
homer. In his first
The
at
third
bat.
baseman.
And that was a great
Fernando
swing he put on that
Tatis
changeup last time up to hit that home run. Just an absolutely
No, inside.
textbook job of letting it travel, keeping his hands back before exploding on it.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. And the pitch.
That's outside.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
Fouled off. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
Now
One
batting.
out, bases
The
empty,
shortstop,
and in to hit next,
Trevor
shortstop Trevor Story. Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1.
One of the biggest factors on how long you're going to go with a start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means
Count,
you're going to have a
0-2.
pretty good day. And that's on the menu so far.
Here's the 0-2. Fouled away. Another 0-2 coming. High pop-up. Guerrero waits on it. 2 down. Now to the plate,
batting,
Jason
the
Dominguez
left fielder,
grounded out in his last
Jason
at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked
Dominguez.
like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here, similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB.
0-2
He's
is the
got to
count.
fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
Lee's ready. Here's the 0-2. Pitch is popped up. Jones is under it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. Now to the plate, here is Wander Franco.
Leading
He's
off
set to
for
lead us
Rancho
off in the
Cucamonga.
home half of the fourth
The
inning.
shortstop.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Franco.
0-1 the count. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is.
Ball. The count's 1-1.
Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. Here now is Trey Turner.
The center fielder, number 7.
As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Oh, and that ball's absolutely crushed down the line. Forget about it. That's going to stay fair and make it back-to-back home runs. And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish.
Mike Trout.
And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Cliff Lee. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Ball
Counts
1 to
1-0.
start the at-bat.
Hey!
Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Still only 1 out in the inning. Acuna's there for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Jackie Robinson struck out in his last trip to the plate. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. He's under it, and that ends the inning. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And that'll bring up the big bat of Aaron Judge.
Offense needs to get going right here. You want to try and tighten up this game a little bit before it starts to get into that territory where you're going to start seeing the back end of each bullpen.
0-1's the count.
No balls and a strike to count. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. In the air now, out to right field. Acuna giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. So 1 down, no one aboard. And in steps Adam Dunn. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Hey!
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Turner's under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So next to bat will be Gary Sanchez. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Lee gets the sign. Here's the first pitch.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr.
The right fielder, Ronald.
And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone.